Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. Hey, Igor, you got any more scripts back there? Oh, look at this. Wow. Oh, look at all these. You got any more? Is this it? Oh, we got a couple more. Look at that. Oh, boy. Oh, we got the mother load. Thank you, Igor. Oh, hi, kids. Welcome to Creature Feature. You know, tonight we have an extra special episode for you because instead of showing you a crummy film, we're not going to show you any film. Because today is our special 5-year anniversary special. That's right, Creature Feature has been on TV here in Omaha since 2012, and it's our 5th year, and we're now on our brand new station, WOWT-NBC Channel 6, and we're damn happy to be here. And Igor and I were kind of just, cleaning up the lab a little bit and going through some old memories here. Look at all these scripts we got. Oh boy, we've got so many good shows, and we're going to take the opportunity tonight to kind of share some of our favorite episodes with you. Ain't that right, buddy? And look at that. Igor, he's so excited because we've got some great things to share with you. So before we jump in, I just figured we'd talk a little bit about where we got our start. Now, some of you might remember that we did a zombikini contest at the Omaha Zombie Walk, and that's where we found our first place winner, who ended up being Nurse Cassie on the show. And from there, we decided that before we made the jump to TV, we better get a little experience under our belts, so we did some live shows for a year over at Exarban Cinema and over at the Marcus 20 Grand, which were a ton of fun. And then in 2012, we started out on KPTM with our very first Creature Feature shows. So I'm glad that we've had so many of our friends out there watching that have been with us since day one and have supported the crap that we've been rolling on TV for you. Ain't that right, Igor? Okay, well, why don't you go dig for some more crap back there we can share with everybody. All right, well, anyway, one of the most, I guess, popular parts of our show is the nurses. And they all have been a very beautiful lot. We scoured all the finest Shakespearean theaters to find them, and unfortunately they weren't in any of them, so we hit the streets and we got some real doozies, let me tell you. Our very first nurse was Nurse Cassie. So I'd like to share a couple of my favorite clips, starting with our very first episode from February 2012, Nurse Cassie and myself over at Olson Auto. So Igor, without further ado, why don't you roll that clip? Here we go. Diagnostic. All right, it says up here that the spark plugs ain't sparking and the motor ain't moting. That's a real funny one, Igor. I'm sure most of our audience members who are over 70 and remember that joke, they're just rolling around on the living room carpet right now with spasms of laughter. All right, now what else we got up here? We got that. Oh, look at here. It says that there's a leak. So, I'm kind of, there it is. I think we found it. So that's lovely. Taking my work home with me today. All right, well, if it's leaking from over here, then that means I gotta take this plate off here, and there's some nuts in there. And Igor, hand me something to loosen up these nuts.
Well, hello.
You're not quite what I had in mind. Move along, Igor. Quit messing around. I need something to loosen these things up. Hand me a wrench. Igor, this isn't a wrench. It's a ball-peen hammer. And whereas it's fun to say ball-peen hammer, this is not exactly the tool I need. All right, Igor, hand me a wrench. Igor, a screwdriver. I don't need a screwdriver, idiot. All right, hand me a wrench. And Igor, this isn't a wrench. I don't even know what this thing is. Very interesting, though. I could probably use it back at the lab for a colonoscopy or something, so we'll just take this home later and try it out. All right. Now, Igor, quit messing around. A wrench. Hand me a wrench. A wrench. A wrench.
Hello.
Igor, I said wrench, not wench. Nurse Cassie, what are you doing here?
I thought you knew I worked as a part-time professional auto mechanic.
Auto mechanic? You gotta be kidding me. You can't come into my lab for 5 minutes without breaking everything and sending all my patients into a coma. What is it exactly that you're doing here at Old Snotto?
I do radiators and coolant flushes.
How did you get a job doing flushes?
Oh, it's easy. I told them I was good at flushing things. Like the time we're in the lab and you go to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's enough. All right, well, since you're such a big old pro mechanic, why don't you tell me how to fix this thing here, because it says there's a great big leak.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, it looks like we found it. It's right there. So, using your professional expertise, how would you go about fixing this?
Oh, just take a ball peen hammer that, like some weird looking tool, do that, and take a screwdriver and you're done.
Of course. Well, you know what? We gotta get back into tonight's feature, so while you're doing that, I'm gonna have Nurse Cassie work on this truck here, and I'm gonna go hide in the bathroom from Dr. Death.
Don't forget to flash.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Now, I won't say that Nurse Cassie's the brightest crayon in the box, but she does have a couple of shining moments, and here's one where, we had to clear up a little confusion when my mom came to visit. What's the matter, Nurse? You look a little confused.
Am I a nurse or not?
I don't know. Why don't we look at tonight's script? It says, no, sweetie. It says right here, you're an astronaut now.
Awesome!
Now, Nurse Cassie, she's a really good sport about a lot of things, and there was a time I remember when I think I spent most of the episode in a coffin, when my father came to visit. That's right, Dr. Guinary, and I think he took a little shine to our Nurse Cassie. Let's take a little peek at that. Oh, hey, Peaches, I've got a little present I brought for you.
Oh boy, I love it when grandparents come to visit. They always bring presents and money.
That they do.
Oh, thank you, Gramps Guinary. You're the best.
Well, sweetie, I kind of gave you all that money because I feel kind of sorry for you.
But why?
Well, it's because you got a big butt. And, girls that have big butts, they move just a little bit slower, and it makes them easier for me to catch and make sweet loving to. Whoopee! Yeah. Oh, you better run, because when I get a hold of you, there's going to be loving, and there's going to be kissing, and oh boy, they used to call me the Casanova of 1983, and well, yeah, you come out, I'm tiring her out, boys and girls, that's right. I can't believe it. My old man's over 600 years old, and he's still got it. Now, Nurse Cassie's been with me for a long time, and she's come out with me to a lot of charity events and whatnot, and we've had a lot of fun. But one of my most favorite little experiences is when we were at the Comic-Con, and I kind of set her loose out there to do some interviews with our friend from Star Trek, Walter, what was his last name?
Hi, everybody. I'm here with Walter Koenig. He was the...
Cut. Okay, one more time.
Koenig and Kojak? Koenig?
No.
Koenig. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Walter Koenig. Koenig. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Walter Koenig. He was the Kojak. Was Kojak? Chekhov. I thought it was Kojak, so I'm saying it right. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Walter Koenig from Star Trek. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Walter Koenig.
I played Chekhov on Star Trek.
I'm here because Doc would screw it up.
Moving along in our nursing staff, one of my other favorites is Nurse Lacy. Now, when she's not busy trying to kill me, or get my money, or steal my stuff, she's just busy being plain crazy. So why don't we take a look at this clip when she made one of her first appearances on the show.
I always said you were too soft with Igor. Just let him get away with everything he does.
Yep.
Oh, no, Herr Doctor. You have seemed to have misunderstood. A child is a product of the environment the adults have created for him. So, it is the two of you who must be retrained to make the Kinder understand.
Wait a minute here. Igor isn't exactly a child, you know.
Enough excuses! Your discipline training will begin now. I will bring my two drill thralls to train you. Master Milton, come and see here. You will train Air Doctor.
Hello. I'm Master Milton, and I'll be your drill thrall this evening.
And for Das Fluse here. Mistress Hildegard.
Guten Tag. I will be your drill thrall. Do you like pilsners or dark beer?
Awesome. This is gonna be a great show tonight.
Hey, why does she get a sexy beer hall girl and I get this thing?
Why do I always have to end up with the ones that are so M-E-A-N me?
Oh, there, mein Lieben. You have this. You use it.
Oh, that's right. My patented heavy-duty 5,000-volt cattle prod. Don't worry, sir. It's not the volts that kill you. It's the amps.
What?
I'll try to be gentle.
Oh my gosh. I hope my drill throw doesn't have one of those.
No. Just your choice of dark beers or pilsners. Handcrafted in Germany by the top brewmeisters.
Phew. I'm sure glad to hear that.
Hey, wait a minute. How come she gets to drink beer?
That's enough whining out of you, Mr. Complainy Pants. Now, why don't you be a good example for your hairy kid over there and clean this room up right this very instant? There's a broom right over there. Get to work.
Hey.
There. You see how the daddy, he works so hard for the Kinder. And the mommy, she works over there so very hard for the Kinder, too.
Well, that one's done. Keep them coming.
Try the Honeyweiss. It is das bomb diggity.
Okay.
I do not think the little one here is learning so much from this experience. Perhaps you should work harder!
Yes, sweep faster, you scurvy dog. Sweep.
Hey, Doc, you missed a spot.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, you're such a naughty ninny.
Hey, buddy. Well, take it easy with that thing.
I'm so sorry, sir. I hope you'll forgive me.
Forgive you for what?
Well, silly me. All this time, I've had it set on low here. See? Right there. So let me just turn that to high. Oh, perfect. Now it's set so high it'll zap you into next Tuesday.
Hey, buddy. Our show's on the weekend.
Oh, that's right, silly me. I guess I'll just have to zap you twice.
Oh, I'll tell you what, kids. While I'm sitting here making a really good example for Igor, why don't we get back into tonight's movie? So, without further ado, Igor, roll a movie.
You see there. There is your problem. Without the common courtesies and the please and the thank you, the Kinder, he shows no respect.
Oh, Igor, I'll tell you what, please, roll a movie. And Igor, please, roll a movie. Igor.
May I please have another beer?
Why, yes, you may.
Thank you. You're the best drill throw ever.
I am so proud of you and very, very proud. Many beers for you.
Yay.
I remember this one. You know, Nurse Lacy, she's a very complex person when she isn't drinking all the time. And she's got some very interesting little hobbies, and one of them is, how shall we say, dabbling in the occult. which I don't recommend you kids doing at home. So let's take a little peek at her doing her thing.
I summon thee, Demon Lord Bazooza, to come forth from the lowest depths of hell, to rain down on my cheapskate employer, Dr. Sanguinary, with all forms of fire and brimstone, and the plague of frogs, and skipping vinyl record albums, and vegan cheese, and kittens with 3 eyes, and overpriced concert tickets, and Star Trek DVD sets that are missing the last disc. Bring Dr. Sanguinary terror and misery. Cereal boxes with missing prizes. Luxury vehicles with severe hail damage. And bring forth the darkest torment of all. An ingrown toenail!
Nurse Lacy, what are you doing? I just can't believe my eyes. What in the H-E double hockey sticks are you doing with all this satanic stuff?
Well, I was just,
You obviously didn't pay attention in nursing school, did you? If you're trying to kill Dr. Sanguinary, there's only one demon you can summon to do the task.
And who is that?
Mama June, Honey Boo Boo's mother. Now, quit your fooling around. I have a medical emergency right here.
Ooh, what's that bloody dead animal thing in your hand? Did you bring me fresh meat to sacrifice to Mama June?
No, it's a poor little squirrel. You see, I was driving up the road, and he ran out in the middle, and I tried to swerve to avoid him, but he just stood there and put up his paws and started flashing gang signs at me. Well, I just got so angry that I sped up and I ran him over.
That's odd. It's a little too early for animal gang initiation. I wondered what got him so mad and rude so early in the year.
Well, you see, I think little Bruce here is still alive, and his spine's been broken. Can you help?
Yeah, sure, I can do surgery and that crap. I've watched Doc do it, never. But I watched Marcus Wilby, MD, in nursing school. Hey, how'd you know his name was Bruce?
Why, I just took the ID in his teeny tiny little wallet.
Okay.
All right, in order to fix the spine, we have to move some of this junk, cut here, here too. Now hold this stuff. All right, here's the spine. Now I just gotta do this. Ta-da!
But what about the rest of Bruce?
You specifically asked me to fix the spine. I did. What, you want fries with that now?
Hey, Nurse Lacy, what have I told you about making a great big satanic mess on the floor? I need you to clean this up. You know, somebody could trip over that pentagram and go down to the 7th level of hell and get a really big boo-boo. Now, I want you to clean that up before I have to call Satan the Prince of Darkness.
We got bigger things right now, Doc.
What?
We got a medical emergency. Ran over a poor little squirrel with my car.
Yeah, well, you know, I wouldn't worry about it too much because, you know, there are thousands, if not millions of squirrels running around out there that get hit by cars, and, you know, nobody really cares about it unless... Wait! This is Bruce! I know Bruce. Bruce was like the best squirrel a guy could ever know. I can't believe this. Look at this. Oh, you poor thing. Quick, Nurse Lacy, perform mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on Bruce right away.
I don't think he came in with a head.
This is terrible.
Oh, I killed one of God's woodland creatures. I'm gonna spend eternity in eternal damnation.
There's the elevator.
Well, oh dear, look at this mess. You know, well, I guess that means we can get the money.
Huh? Get the money?
Yeah, here, give me that scalpel. You know, don't you girls ever go into those government conspiracy websites at all? Well, where do you think money comes from?
Doesn't it come from the mint in Washington, D.C.?
Aha, you see, that's what the government wants you to think. But it's not true, boys and girls, because It's a fact. Money comes from squirrels. That's right, there's thousands of squirrels running around on federal property, and you see each of these little critters, they've got deep within their bodies, they've got something called a change gland, okay? And you know, the bigger the animal, the more money that they produce. So here, let me show you. I'll just cut into Bruce's change gland here. Bruce isn't that old, so I'm not expecting a lot of money out of this one. So, oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Bruce produced, wowee, $1.75 and change. That's pretty neat, huh? Igor, why don't you roll that movie? You know, one of the little cutie poos that we've had here in the lab was Nurse Rachel, and we had a lot of fun with her as well. And I guess I'd like to point out that most of you, you know, you watch Creature Feature, and it's very difficult to tell when somebody did their first episode with us because of all the high degree and quality of acting that we have on our show. So I'll show this clip and you decide, was it Nurse Rachel's first episode or was it her last? Oh, hey, who are you?
I'm Nurse Rachel.
Oh, hi, Nurse Rachel. This seems kind of familiar. So, well, since you're the new nurse here in the Creature Feature Lab, it's very important, I think, that we go over a few safety rules for you, okay?
Oh, I already know one.
You did? Well, what do you know?
Don't file your nails too low. It hurts, and it bleeds.
Oh, well, I'm sure that was a great public service message for a lot of our young lady viewers out there. Well, we've got another dandy movie for you tonight, which I know you're gonna enjoy because it's all we got. So we'll get into that in just a minute. And Nurse, what is that?
Oh, that's a delicious, nutritious Twinkie snack. It's a golden sponge cake.
Oh, is that the kind that's got the nice, soft, white, creamy filling?
Yeah, I like the white, creamy filling.
Hey, Nurse, look. That snack cake, it's moving.
Ah! A snack cake! A snack cake! A snack cake! It's moving! It's moving!
Hey. You know what, kids? It is true. Black patent leather shoes, they really do reflect up. Honey, you better get down because I'm gonna be blind in a minute. Igor, help her down. Well, a moving snack cake. This is quite unusual. You know what, Nurse? I think I'm gonna give you your first nursely duty. Come here. Come here, cake. I'm gonna give you your first duty. I want you to smash it, okay? Get it. Wow. This Twinkie, I think it's an elderly one because it's not all spongy and all the cream filling should have shot out all over the place. This is quite unusual. Well, anyway, kids, why don't we get into tonight's movie and we'll investigate. You better hit it again. We'll investigate this little problem, and when we come back, hopefully we'll solve the mystery. You know, Nurse Rachel, she's really good with kids, and we had a little fun on TV when I asked her to kind of babysit for everybody, and she played some fun games which destroyed a lot of television sets in Omaha and generated a lot of love mail. Why don't we take a look at this little clip from one of my favorite episodes, Inspector 12. Now, hey Nurse, I got this this toaster here, and you know, I can't stand it when the weather gets below freezing outside, because every time it does, the heater core in this stupid toaster locks up. And have you ever had cold toast before?
No.
Whatever.
Hey, wait a minute, Dad. That red light, that does mean we're live, right?
Yeah, I think so. Tell you what, Igor, hand me that wrench. Thanks, buddy. I gotta get this thing fixed here, so why don't you, like, entertain the little brats out there in TV land, you know? Have some fun with them.
All right. I'm great at babysitting. Oh, I play a game with the kids. All right. Kids, do you know what this is? That's a hammer. Good job. All right, so I'm sure all of you have a hammer out there somewhere. I want you to go find yours, whether it's in a kitchen drawer or garage, wherever it might be. Go find one, and I'll wait. Oh, great, you're back. All right, kids. Now, hold up your hammers. No, Timmy in Juneau, Alaska, I see you. That is not a hammer. That's a big ball of whale blubber. Gross, go put that back wherever you found it. Come back with the hammer, all right? All right, kids. So anyways, we're going to play a game. Now, how many of you hate bugs? Good. I hate bugs too. So we all know that when you see a bug, you squish them. And the best way to squish a bug is with a hammer. Alright, so what we're going to do is when you see a bug on the screen, we're going to give it a whack. That's my specialty. Alright, so, alright, here comes one. Are you ready? Ready, kids? 1, 2, 3. Alright, good job. You squished it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here comes another one. Ready at the same time. Ready? All right, good job. All right, I think we have one more. Are you ready, kids? Here we go. All right, you squished all the bugs. This is a fun game. Come in.
Oh no, that's not good. Look at the size of those cockroaches. Those are hard to kill. That's a Minnesota breed.
Huh?
Must have come down in a shipment of hockey pucks.
Hockey pucks.
Well, you seem to know an awful lot about bugs. I don't know what these were, but the kids and I did a good job squishing them.
Yep. Well, I should know a lot about bugs and rodents. I'm Inspector number 12. I've been sent here to inspect this dump for reported health code violations.
You know what? I don't know what this jamoke is talking about. This lab here, it's antiseptic and sanitary. Why, you know, nurse, this lab is so antiseptic and sanitary that you could pretty much put it on a syndicated cable channel for the whole family to watch. That's right, antiseptic and sanitary.
Look at that shadow over there. That looks like Elvis.
Elvis?
Where's Elvis?
I don't see Elvis over there.
You got yourself a $50 citation here. It looks like you got a bad case of cockroach infestation.
What?
That's against code 27A-42.
Huh? For $50, I'm like, hey, nurse, look at this. I'm covered in bugs.
Don't worry, Doc. The kids and I know how to handle this.
Ow, 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 ow.
You really want to smash them good, you just got to give it a little flick of the wrist there and you nail them good.
No.
All right, thanks.
No.
Doc, you do have some more on you.
Ow, 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 ow. Hey,
Oh.
ow.
Oh, that's going to be another citation right there on top of that.
Hi there, boys and girls, and welcome back to our Creature Feature 5th Anniversary Special. What is it, Igor? Igor's got something to share. Oh, look! I think this is Sputnik. I remember when we wrapped him up in tinfoil and we launched him out of Omaha to Mars, sort of like this. You know, we've had a lot of strange things happen on this show, and we've got a lot of strange characters too, and I guess you could say the Creature Feature is kind of one of these places. It's an open door where people come in, they get weird, and then they leave. One of those folks was our hillbilly Otis the Critter Getter from down at the trailer park, and yeah, we had some interesting fun with him, didn't we, Igor? Oh, yeah, you better believe it. So why don't we take a look at a couple of these clips from Otis from back in the day.
I'll be waiting for you by your car. Go with God.
Oh, lovely. Igor running amok out there amongst the general public. This isn't good. Nurse Cassie, what are we gonna do?
I think you should call Otis the Critter Getter.
Otis the Critter Getter. Lovely. And where did you meet this clown?
He was growing up possum fritters at the last trailer park swap meet last weekend. He's the best.
Yeah, the best, I'll bet. Well, I guess I better go over here and give him a phone call. This is terrible. I don't believe this. Hello, is this Otis the critter getter? Yeah, Doc Guinary over at the lab. Come on up. I got a critter that needs getting. All right, see you in a few minutes. I don't believe this. Oh, good grief. Hey, that was fast.
Howdy. I run right up when I got the call. What can I do you for?
Well, Nurse Cassie here tells me that you're an expert in animal containment.
Yep, I'm the best.
Alrighty, well, I got a question for you. How are you with handling, how shall we say, potentially dangerous animals?
This one time these squirrels got in my mama's attic, I had to run them off with the broom.
Oh, brother.
There I was, poking around behind the Christmas ornaments, when all of a sudden this big squirrel jumped on me and attacked me.
Oh, and then what did you do next, oh great white hunter?
Well, he jumped on me and darn near bit my nipple off. I could have been killed or even worse.
Oh, good grief. So how did you eventually get rid of this squirrel?
Well, I tried to get old Felix after him here, but he didn't quite do the trick. I found something that would.
Oh, gross. Get it away. All right. You got the job.
Sir, it would be my honor to capture your critter. I shall return him or die trying.
I could only be so lucky. You know, that Otis, he kills me. Now, some of our episodes just get weirder and weirder, and one of them is when Otis helped out my cousin Leroy, who came by to kind of take care of the lab while I was out. And those two got together and they went on a fashion safari. Why don't we take a look at a little clip from that? Hi there, kiddies. We're on a safari. That's right, a fashion safari. We're going over to the mall in our dandy little Jeep, and Mrs. Beasley's over there on her painted Palomino. And we're gonna go check out Nurse Carrie and see what kind of garbage she picks out at the mall. That's right. So we'll see you over there in just a wee little bit. Toodles. Well, hello there, kiddies. You know, we're here at the shopping mall, and we're at the fashion safari, and we're gonna be spying on Nurse Carrie so we can kind of check out what kind of little fashions she likes to buy for herself. Now, I've got Cletus here, and he's all armed and ready to go, and I got Mrs. Beasley here taking copious notes, but I can't seem to find Otis anywhere. Otis, what are you doing in there?
What are you guys doing? You need to get some camouflagellation.
Camouflagellation? Hey, Mrs. Beasley, why don't you make a note of that?
Yes, Mr. Leroy.
You guys got to try to blend in with your surroundings. Make like a blind duck.
A blind duck? Well, that sounds like a dandy little idea. So why don't we all go hide in the clothes and we'll go kind of see what Nurse Carrie's picking out for herself.
Cut. 3 hours later. Oh yeah.
Fire in the hole!
Mrs. Beasley, make a note of that. That was pretty funny. Igor, make a note of that. Now, here at Creature Feature, we've been very fortunate to have some pretty neat people stop by the lab and visit with us. We've had a lot of fun. One of my favorites was George Panna, who came out to visit with us for our little zombie beauty contest, and you might remember him as the sheriff from the original Night of the Living Dead. Let's take a peek at that as George shows us how you kill zombies. Some of the makeup, I just want to touch on that a little bit, because I'm thinking this is probably one of the first modern zombie movies where you've got some heavy-duty makeup on here to make these folks look dead.
We revolutionized the film industry. And I think Carl Hardman and Bonnie Priori, if I'm not mistaken, as best I can recall, did the makeup and some of the effects of it. And we used mortuary putty for wounds and that. And I don't know what it was like to take it off. They only put it on.
Now, what were you guys using for blood in here? 'Cause this was a black and white, kids, so...
Chocolate syrup, Hershey syrup, and sometimes red ink if the blood needed to run.
Sounds delicious. This movie is pretty much the Bible for most modern zombie fans out there. There's all sorts of TV shows and new movies coming out, but the same fact holds up that if you shoot a zombie in the head, you kill it. And I'm just kind of curious, you know, how the production staff came up with this concept that you shoot him in the head. I mean, did the writers and Romero and you guys, you know, how did you come up with this?
Well, we're sitting around trying to decide that. And we tried different things. Like somebody said you should that'd kill him, but that didn't work.
Oh no. So what did you try next?
We said maybe you should pull between the legs, but that didn't work either.
Oh dear, so then what did you have to come up with then?
So then we said, well, there's only one way to do this.
And down he goes. Well, there you have it, folks. Saw it firsthand on how they came up with that concept. So, thank you, George.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And if you want, you can take this thing with you. Throw it. What do you normally do after you kill him?
There's another one for the fire.
Hanging out at Comic-Con has always been a lot of fun for the Creature Feature staff. Some years it's been funner than others. One year we got the opportunity to meet a living legend, Mr. Billy West, one of the great voiceover artists of our time in the cartoon world, and here's some little snippets from that.
You know, Comic-Con has got a lot of interesting, fascinating guests, and one of my favorites is one that you don't really see this guy on TV, but you sure do hear him a lot. He's basically the modern-day Mel Blanc of animation, Mr. Billy West.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm glad you did. Let's test your theory out. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. See, they know that.
Yes,
but they don't know this kisser. Young lady, bring me a sandwich from the dumpster and leave the maggots on it. I'm scuttling. Careful, let them in. I've made it with a woman. And who haven't we got? Oh, yeah.
Gotta do Fry.
Greetings from the year 3000. It still sucks.
Now, is there a character that, when you're working with, like, you know, the producers of these shows, was there a character that would just drove you nuts that you just couldn't get down to make this producer happy?
You know what? The producers that I happened to be presenting for this show, too, was Matt Groening and David X. Cohen. And they already knew who I was. Matt says, no, I'm very well aware of you. And I kind of know who you are, too. You know, I don't come from a place of entitlement. You know, I don't come stomping in anywhere, and I don't beat the drum for myself. Probably never why I got, you know, nominated for anything, you know, for an award. I just can't.
Now, when you were handed these characters and stuff, I mean, was this something where you could look at this character and did you have to spend hours?
No, you know what it is? He's sort of a combination of doddering wizards and you know, absent-minded professors and everything. You know, those guys that are like, he was 147 years old, and I knew that, so I said, geez, he must fart dust, you know, young woman, you know, shaking, but nobody cares what you do with your hands in a dark booth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I used to physically shake when I was at that young idiot Fry. You know, but you're not supposed to do that. All the actors say, no, that's bogus. You know, he's cheating. And it's like, pangulo.
Now, one of my favorite characters, of course, and the behind-the-scenes folks who work on our shows is Ren and Stimpy. And I understand that working with John Kay was quite an experience, or at least he had a knack for ticking people off at the Nickelodeon.
Life is too short. Let's put it that way. I really value how I feel about life, and I don't want to go through life embattled with everybody. You know, all I said was these weren't cartoons, they were cries for help.
Hey, Ren, will you button me?
You shut up, you fool! Yes, I shall kill you! Now, I understand that you've got a pet project of your own that you're working on.
Yes.
Why don't you tell folks about that?
Well, I'm collaborating with an old-time guy, not an old-time guy, but I started with him on Ren and Stimpy. His name is Jim Gomez, and he wrote, like, Space Madness.
Yes.
And with other people, but he was a director and an animator and a writer. But we got together, and he had this idea about, yeah, he's a puppet, you know, take a good look. But the thing was, it's like, this is going to be the evolution of the crime show. I mean, they're all on the same level. They all get into the same problems. They all have the same violence. They all say the same shit. So we thought if we did this totally dramatic, it's live action except for him. And he never addressed the fact that he is what he is.
Really?
You know, you just blow someone's brains away, and the woman will go, I didn't know you were that courageous. You know, and just like, what courage? You know, you're threatening my life. You know, and then all the time you get wrapped up in it, and then you go, he's a puppet. You know, so...
Now, what stage is this? Are you busy writing it?
We're starting to film stuff, and I want to put up a little bit of a teaser on my website soon, which is billywest.com.
So if you folks want to get involved with helping to raise some funds for this, and just please visit the website there.
Yeah.
It's like something new and different.
Yes.
God forbid we have different out there.
It's the evolution of the crime, violent drama.
And there's a final word. Mwah! Goodbye.
RX234796B. Now, I don't want this show to be without any surprises, boys and girls, because, you know, if you're a loyal fan of the show, you've seen a lot of these episodes. Oh, more than once or twice. We got a surprise here. We had Nell Campbell from the Rocky Horror Picture Show here in Omaha. We got an opportunity to sit down with her at Krypton Comics and chat a little bit, so why don't we do the time warp and go visit with Nell. Hi, kids, and welcome back. We're here with Nell Campbell, very famous personality from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, one of America's favorite cult classic movies, and a midnight masterpiece that I've enjoyed many a time.
Excellent.
And Nell has come out to Omaha for a Rocky Horror event that we put together, and we're here at Krypton Comics, kind of batting cleanup on the weekend. And we thought we'd sit down with Nell and ask a few questions about your career.
Okay.
All right. Now, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about the original production of the Rocky Horror Show and how you got involved with that?
Okay, well, I slept with the director and got cast in the show. It was very simple. I encourage you kids to do the same. And we were on first at a very small theatre, which only sat 60 people, at the theatre, the Royal Court Theatre in London, which is a very prestigious theatre. And this was the theatre upstairs of the main theatre, so it's just a little 60-seat theatre, and we're an overnight sensation.
Now, I understand Vincent Price was...
He was there on the opening night with his divine wife, the Australian actress Coral Brown, very famous in England, and Alan Bennett wrote that play about her visit, her visit to Russia when she met that spy. Anyway, Guy Burgess. What was the play called? Anyway, marvelous actress who was married to Vincent Price, Coral Brown. They were there the opening night.
Then did you get any feedback from him on what he thought of the show?
Oh, he just adored it. He adored it. It was a huge success immediately.
Now, you moved from this small theater to a larger one.
Yeah, halfway down King's Road. That was the classic theatre we moved to first, which was about 220, I think, fit there, and that was a cinema. So we moved from a little tiny theatre to a cinema, and then when they decided to close that cinema, I think they were pulling it down, we had to move again a little bit further down the King's Road to the Isolde Theatre, which I think may have held a few more people to, but again, a cinema, which was very unusual at the time to perform in a cinema, but as we were performing in front of a screen, it worked beautifully.
Well, most of our Creature Feature fans are well aware that we got our career working in cinemas in front of...
Yeah.
We did that too, so we share a little common bond there. Now, can you tell me a little bit about the stage production, and that it seemed to be very bare-boned from the photos that I saw. You didn't have a lot of props or fancy backgrounds.
I think it was probably done with a budget of about $850, so which would have been about £500 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So no, there was very little of everything. The set was of a cinema that was being pulled down. No, sorry. The set was a theatre that was under renovation to be turned into a cinema. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the set. So it just had sort of bits of scaffolding. And then we would climb up the scaffolding.
Yes, I've seen photos
and
of you.
And it was as I say, it was a tiny theatre.
As you know, Creature Feature, we thrive on weird here. And there's just nothing we can do about it because it's just natural instinct for most of us. So I'd like to visit some of our more, I don't know how you should say, strange, bizarre, and weird shows. And one of those episodes just happened to be titled The Runt of the Litter, when Larry's coming to some poor decisions in his life and he's got his brothers coming in to help him out. You know, we're sitting in here with Larry's brothers, Harry and Floyd. And Floyd here, he's the leader of the Wheel Wolves, a really tough biker gang. But we're hoping that between the two of them, they can hopefully install some quality virtues and values over here in Larry and turn him into a upstanding citizen so he'll get a job, move out, yep, and get the hell out of my lab.
You know, Floyd, I'm very glad you were able to come up and all, but I didn't realize that you were a biker.
Hey, are you guys goobered in really cool tattoos?
Well, duh. Check this out. If you want to be in the Wheel Wolves, you gotta be covered in really cool monster tattoos. Check them out.
Yeah. You think that's cool? Check this out. Hey guys, check out mine. Pretty sick, huh?
Hey guys, you want to see my really cool tattoo?
Oh God,
no, not really, dude.
No. You know, I hate to say it, Floyd, but I'm not so sure that you'll be a good role model for young Lawrence here, what with your biker gang activities and being involved in murder and mayhem and unspeakable crimes.
Crime? What are you talking about?
Huh?
I've never committed a crime in my life. If I had, it would have broke my dear mother's heart.
Oh, great. Now look what you did. You made Floyd cry.
Don't you know anything? The Wheel Wolves are the most popular children's biker gang themed birthday service in the city.
Biker gang birthday parties? You mean no murder, mayhem, and unspeakable acts of daring do?
Heck no. Those violent motorcycle gang shows on TV are a huge hit with preschool girls. Now we offer an authentic biker gang birthday party experience for little girls up to age 12, with events and activities for 4 to 20 party guests. It'll be a bitchin' birthday they'll remember forever.
You have got to be kidding.
That's right. We have everything. Each child gets their own really loud mini motorcycle that leaks oil all over the place.
Like me.
Along with dirty biker leathers, a big old sharp knife, a couple of handguns, unlimited hard liquor in child-safe plastic bottles, and their own personalized police rap sheet.
And don't forget the cake, temporary tattoos, and balloons.
Parents can choose from several party packages from our 1 hour.
Well, boys and girls, I hope you've had a lot of fun tonight because, hey, we didn't show you a crappy movie. Igor and I, we've had a lot of fun with you over the past 5 years, and we're looking forward to many more. We've had an awesome time meeting you out in the streets when we've been doing charity events, such as our Red Cross blood drives, or when we've been collecting all sorts of goodies for our friends over at the Sienna Francis house, and also with our Habitat for Humanity builds. So, I'm looking forward to another 5, 10, 15, who knows, maybe 100 years with you here in Omaha on TV. So, what's that, Igor? You want to celebrate? You got me a special treat. Thanks, Igor. Good night, folks.